Your child has had 20 heartbreaks, shame, and you do not even know. This comparing thing is, you are like, be like that one. Do you know what that one does? Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Chimbashala, and if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / chit chat, just because I want to be doing something while I talk. I already went ahead and started like the things I don't want to do on camera, and I'm just going to be talking because I feel there's a lot we need to discuss. And this video idea came about because I remembered something that my dad once told me, and he said parents do not know what they're doing. They're just doing what their parents did, and what they think their parents did wrong, they're trying to do better. So with that in mind, I think there's some issues we need to discuss. I'm just going to be doing my makeup while I say all those things. So the thing is, a lot of people that are committing suicide usually leave a note, and they're going to say like what they were going through and all that, and you hear parents say, but why didn't she tell me? Why didn't she tell you? Are you approachable though? Are you approachable? Like, I feel most parents are not approachable. Like, it's hard to approach you people. It's really hard because sometimes when there's bad news and we need to tell you, we have to check your mood, We're always going to be like, let me see if she's in the mood, and not today, tomorrow. Like, there's so much fear, and that's not a good thing, because if they were able to talk to you, that stuff wouldn't have happened. Your children are going through so much that you do not know. Your child has had 20 heartbreaks, shame, and you do not even know. You do not even know it, and it's really, really sad, because all that could change if you would just listen. I feel a lot of African parents do not believe their children have problems, which is a bad misconception, because you think because you have 3 square meals a day, you have a roof over your head, I'm working, I'm paying the bills, then you have nothing to worry about. There's a lot we're going through that you do not know about. And sometimes parents will come home and they will notice something's wrong, or maybe they don't notice, I don't know, and they'll be asking you to do stuff, and now they'll be like, why are you doing that to your face? Just, you haven't heard what I'm saying, why aren't you answering? Like, sometimes, why don't you take time to notice if something's actually wrong and ask your child, are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong? That's all. Sometimes your child looks like they're in a mood, but they're going through a whole heartbreak, shame, and you do not know, because all you think is because they're eating, they're fine. There are a lot of problems out here in these streets. And like, sometimes you'd say, but you could just tell them. The thing is, some parents are really not approachable, and sometimes it's like, we try to test you with small things. We're going to tell you something small. We're going to tell you something really, really petty, like I broke a plate, and the way you react with that same plate, you think I'm going to come tell you something bigger. No. I'd rather just keep it to myself. Go and ask my clueless friends. But eventually I really just had to start saying whatever is happening, even if I feel like she's going to react badly, like I'll just say it. But that started after I completed high school, of course, because when you're in high school, you're going to open your mouth to say what? What do you want to say exactly? But it's really sad how we can't speak to you people. Very few parents are actually really approachable. Like, I don't know. In most African homes, the dads are more chill than the moms. But I have a obviously met some moms who are more chill than the dads. Though that's not very common. But moms, hey, you are unapproachable. We can't tell you anything. We just can't. Do you know that some of your children have lost boyfriends in accidents? And you do not even know because they couldn't even tell you that they have lost their boyfriend because you are so unapproachable. And I feel a lot of things would be different if you just made it easy to talk to you. Like, things would be different. Oh, pardon, like this noise outside. This is why it's hard to record YouTube videos because these people are still celebrating their New Year's and they're making noise. So it's really, really hard for me to record. At night, it's the same thing. So I really don't know what to do about it at this point. So bear with me. I actually don't have this many spots. And then somebody's going to say, you won't understand, you're not a parent. I'm not a parent, but I'm a child. And we are dating your sons, Shame. Your sons are broken, they're depressed. And now they're bringing their depression and frustrations into the relationships. We are suffering where equally it's an issue. It's the first time that I'm color correcting, so now while we're waiting for this to just, settle. Another thing we need to talk about is the fact that you think it's like there's no such thing as mental health issues in African homes. Like your child needs a therapist. You need to check it. Like sometimes your children need therapists sometimes. Like I've never met anybody even like back home that has been to a therapist. But I've met a lot of people who need them. A lot of people who need therapists but haven't gotten therapists because you are not checking if your child is depressed. You just think, oh, she's quiet. She's always in her room. She likes to be in her room. Are you sure? Maybe she does, but are you sure? Like, are you sure that she likes to be in her room? Or is she maybe even avoiding you? Sometimes, you bring out the frustrations from work to home. And it's very sad because now we're dealing with stuff that Mr. did that we do not know. And it's not fair. It's really not fair on our part because I wasn't there. What I'm saying is actually true. A lot of things affect us. And you might think it's stuff that's small, but we end up caring. People have told me stories about their parents and how you people think it's normal. Like, you think what you're doing is normal, but it's really affecting your sons and your daughters. You want the best for us. We understand. We're just saying talk to us. Another thing I've noticed is sometimes parents are going to give you rules without telling you the reason. Like, you don't need to give reasons, yes, but I feel like the explanation will go a really long way if you do explain why not. Unlike just saying, no, don't do it. Do you know that as humans, I feel like we're just naturally rebellious? Because even Eve ate the apple. Don't just say it like that. I think you should actually tell us, okay, don't date. This is what's going to happen. ABCD is going to dribble you. He is going to play you shape. And he's going to tell you this, that. But don't again make it tell us things in a way that we feel like if we do make a mistake and we do that thing that you said we shouldn't do, we shouldn't come and tell you when things go wrong. Because that's where a lot of people are having abortions because they can't tell you. They now go to a very unsafe place to get their abortion. They get their womb damaged because they couldn't tell you. And this unapproachable thing, just relax more, Discipline, yeah, tell us right from wrong, yes, but making it hard to talk to you is actually the biggest mistake because now we're going to ask our friends, our clueless friends for advice who also do not know any. From the stuff I'm saying in this video, there was a point where I felt my parents were unapproachable. There's a point where I couldn't talk to them. And now, it had to be me to change that mindset and be like, okay, no, I'm going to tell her whether she doesn't like it, I'm just going to tell her the truth. Like, this happened. So I started telling my mom stories very like I started telling her stories like small. Like, you tell her small, you tell her, this happened. Oh, this, and she's in that joking way. She ended up giving me good advice. And I'm like, why couldn't we have done this from, way back? Things would have been way better, And that's where this is coming from, like that particular point, because I found things are easier now because I can talk to her, like I can tell her, oh, this happened, oh, okay, this, and she's going to advise you correctly because now she knows. And like going to ask friends all the time for advice, like who might have not even gone through that situation. If I look orange at the end of this, mind your business, because this is the first time I'm using this color corrector, so it's trial and error in the streets. So some of you might be like, parents won't even watch this video. The truth is they probably won't, but whoever's watching this video will be a parent one day, and things need to change regardless, because my daughter is going to date your son. Another thing we're going to talk about is beating your children. Do you know that at some point we get used to the beatings? It's now like, they'll beat me to finish. They'll beat me to penny to stop. I've heard people say that, like, literally. Like, they get used, like, it's no longer a punishment. So you might want to get creative with your punishments. Why is it that most African fathers are just there for the financial support? Not exactly for the bonding. I mean, when you're younger, it's like you play around together, they'll take you places when you're really, really young. Then as you're getting older, and now it's like it's just about money, honestly. Like, it reaches a point where they are the allowance person, they are the tuition fees person, but never the bonding person. I don't know, most people, like, I've met people where it's like that for them, and I don't think that should be the case, because that's where now the females are now starting to have neglect issues. Do you realize that if you show your baby girl the world, there's nothing any boy is going to show her that's going to move her or phase her? I'm really confused. There's also the issue of saying, what will people say when we ask you for something or we want to do something? To be honest, it only matters what you say. You are our parent. If you say you don't like it, we won't do it. If you say you like it, it's a good idea, that's all we care about. What other people will say, it doesn't matter. Everyone is going to say something. And now you're just encouraging us to please people. Now we are in a society where people can be themselves, because what will people say? Comparing your children to other people's children, that's not cool. It's just bringing about jealousy. People are now just being jealous of each other because you now are, oh, that one got better results than you, that one did this than you. Like, you're now making your child feel inferior, when instead you are supposed to be building your child and telling them what they do right, what talent they have. Focus on that. There are other ways to motivate your child than put them down. That stuff just brings people down, and it brings jealousy, it brings hatred. Do not compare us. If I'm better at math and your daughter is better at science, so be it. Don't be like, oh, she's even getting better grades, or you're the oldest in your class, why are you getting this grade? A lot of insecurities that people have come from parents. It starts from home. Oh, you're skinny. It starts like a joke, but it is serious for us. It is very serious, and now it becomes something that we carry with us for the rest of our lives. Sometimes you're checking at school, you're checking on, is your child being bullied at school? Have you tried asking if your child is the one bullying others? Because now we have a bunch of people being bullies in relationships, making their girlfriends feel smaller than them because they're used to it and nobody ever checks them. This also goes for pushing career paths on your children. Do you know that your child is in medical school here and is not interested? All he does is play FIFA. Another thing with this comparing thing is You are like, be like that one. Do you know what that one does? Do you know what we know about that one? Do you know what is circulating about that one? Sometimes we know the kids around us better than you know them. A lot of the times, your friends will come home and you tell your child, go and tell her I'm not here. That's the beginning of lies. Do not come and say, where did you learn to lie from? Because it is you. And what's with not saying I love you? Like, why is it so hard to say I love you? I love you. I think mothers even say it more, but dads, maybe on your birthday. But I don't understand, like, what's so hard about saying I love you? Dear African parents, say it. We want to actually hear it. Do you know that would actually make our entire century if you say it? Our entire life, even just once. And not saying I'm proud of you. Like, do you know those words are very, very vital? They are very vital. Not saying it will actually break somebody. And there are lots of people who are out here depressed and all that just because you never said those words. And if you just say them now, you could fix everything. Just say, I love you. My daughter, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Please, words of affirmation. Try to learn your child's love language. Some of them, because they haven't been taught just those words, they're out here not showing love to their women because they do not know what it's like. They haven't seen it. Some of you are out here treating your children like they begged you to be born, but you're the one who wanted them. So there's this thing of carrying generational hatred. You do not even know what your grandfather did to your grandmother, did to her uncle, her auntie, and you are there continuing the hatred for stuff you don't even know. You don't even know what happened. And you are here hating your cousin because your mother hates her mother. We need to stop that. You do not forgive. Isn't it time to move past that? Aren't you tired of holding a grudge that you do not know anything about? Who are we to crucify the child, the son, for the father's mistakes? Now your kids are out there hating each other for things they do not know. I've actually said enough because I've just been ranting and ranting and ranting. So this is the final look. So comment down below what you think about it, and comment down below what you think about the video, what you agree with, what you experience, because not everyone's going to experience everything in this video. So thank you so much for watching and sticking out to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Please, if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll have a video for you guys next week. Hopefully you like what you see. I know I do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.